Now I'm going to sew the second layer of the hair. First, I'm going to insert my needle. And make sure to leave a little bit of the embroidery floss out. Now I can make a knot with these two pieces over here. Remember that when you added the first layer of the hair, you leave a little bit of the embroidery floss out. That's for this. You're going to make multiple knots over here. Now we're ready to sew the doll hair. Make sure that you go through the fabric, not just through the yarn. As you can see, I go through the top pieces of yarn, insert my needle through, insert through the fabric, and pull it. Remember to have a big piece long enough of the embroidery thread to sew the hair through the doll's head. This part is more like that you're gonna sew one by one, but only from the top pieces of the yarn, as you can see, and then you just insert your needle through one of them through the fabric and push it through. And make sure that you take the other pieces of the yarn away, or if not, it's gonna be a big mess. Just keep organize the hair. And keep going. Remember, I'm insert the needle through the fabric. As you can see, I'm just gonna finish it up. Insert through the fabric. And the last few pieces right over here, let's put this over here to get on top of this one. Insert your needle through. Go through the fabric. and make sure to insert your needle through the loop and pull it. Opa. Make sure that you don't grab pieces of yarn that you don't need it. I'll do one more time. Now let's just, you come over here, you go through this part of the doll over here, insert your needle through, go push it through the top, pull it, and come with, insert your needle through the loop, and pull it. Opa. You gotta do this one more time. And now it's all done. Let's grab the other piece of yarn, the other piece of the embroidery floss, and the other piece over here, and let's do multiple knots. Yay! Now, what are we going to do? We're going to cut the hair to the length that you want. But you don't want this hair too short. So keep it long. Let's cut it all the loops. Make it easy for when you have to cut the length that you want of the doll's hair. Okay. I forgot to show you guys the back part after you're done sewing. So it is all sewed. And we are going to put hot glue over here when I put the other part of the doll's hair. We need to do a kind of like a third layer, but it's going to be just on this part over here. So let's cut the doll's hair on the length that you want. Just remember not to go very short. I have to cut a little bit more to be the same length as the top one. Make sure it matches to the same side, to both sides. Need to cut a little bit on this part. Just take your time, make sure there is all at the same length. And this is one of the fun part of making this doll, is when you get the part that you have to cut the hair. And make sure everything looks cute. Oh, let's see. We're going to cut this over here too. So all the loops. And let's start cutting. With this type of brush, I use a little dirt because I used to clean doll's hair all the time. Sweep it up. And this is the one that I use to dust my dolls. There's another loop right over here. And another one over here. Some of them start coming up, just push it down. Okay. Now let's fix this because it's not all the same. It is a little bit short, but it's gonna be okay. You guys can make a little longer, but not very short, or it's not gonna look as cute. All right, so let's Sweep this out. Keep those embroidery floss out of the way. And make sure there is no loops on the back of the hair. If it is, just go and cut it and fix it. Make sure it's all the same length. Now we are going to make the top part of the doll's hair, which is this one over here. So now we are going to just merge in the size that you wanna. It's have to be a little longer than the hair because you're going to cut it after. Okay. I have 2 pieces over here already, so I'm gonna go 3 and then 4 and 5. Make it about 24 pieces. Just keep rolling and count. 8. Opa, I found a knot. 9, 10, 20. I need 4 more. No, I need 3 more. 21, 22, and 23. And check it out on your doll's hair. You're going to see how much exactly you need it. But for this one, I need 23. And I'll cut it. And then the 24 will be the other piece of the single piece of yarn, which I'm going to tie on the middle of this. There you go. See, I just tied. I'm going to tie a second knot in the middle. Don't do too hard because you want a little space. If you do too hard, is going to be too tight. It's not gonna look as cute. There you go. This is good enough. And then you do your second knot. And then you're done. Now that I'm finished with this part of the doll head, we're going to glue this part on top of the doll's head with hot glue. Make sure you find the middle. And I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue. And I put my knot on top of the hot glue and hold. Now we're going to finish glue this part only on the top of the doll's head. Only on this space. You're going to use the hot glue for right now. First, let's cut it this. And let's make pretty. There you go. So let's add the hot glue only over here. That jingle sounds is my dog, Lexi. She decided to come over here in the room. I think she's let me know that she needs to go to the bathroom. Press. And there is card sound again. All my videos probably you guys are going to hear card sounds. All right, so let's go glue this other part of the hair. Remember to cut the loops. And make it pretty. I'm going to, there you go. And press. Get a little bit of the hot glue out. Now that we're done gluing this part of the doll hair, we are going to do this other step. I'm going to insert my needle right here. Now we'll leave some part out because I'm gonna use this. And we are going to tie only one knot for right now. Make sure that you go over 1 and 2. Leave right there for right now because we need to work on this one. That's why when you are sewing the first layer of the hair on a doll's head, you leave a little piece out because we're going to use this right now. When I'm done, insert the needle through this part of the doll's head. A little bit back. Now I have 2 pieces on this side. And one over here. Let's see. Right there, okay. So let's tie the second knot. Pull. Now we are going to do the same thing as we did on the back. We're going to pull and push it back with both sides. So you just keep doing this in this side, and you're going to do on this side too, the same thing. Okay, I'm just gonna keep working. I'll be right back. All done. As you can see, I already pushed all the hairs. Oh. There you go. Sweep her face again. Now we're going to cut. Just fixing the hair on the back. Be careful not to cut the fabric over here while you're cutting the hair. I'm gonna cut a little, oh, I gotta cut a little bit over here. There you go. They seem to be the same length. And there you go. Just take your time. Make sure they all is the same length. Now you're going to glue the back side of the hair. I'm going to use your hot glue. Oh, I need to clean this. And press. Sorry if my table is shaking. I'm using a folding table for right now as my craft table. A little bit more over here. And then you're done. It's all straight line. Now we're going to glue the front part. Lift it all up. And start adding glue. And hold. Just press. Okay, lift it up again. And you need to add more glue still. And hold. A little bit more. I usually like to see a straight line when I'm using the hot glue to glue the doll's hair. Just a little bit more. go very gentle now. Press the hot glue gun very gentle so you don't put lots of glue when you're getting done on this part. And all done. Now we're going to do the eyes. And for the eyes, I'm going to use a pencil just to so I can have a mark where I'm going to stamp the eye. Then I'm gonna use a piece of paper so I know exactly where I need to put the other eye. So. There you go. Alright, now I'm gonna make the mouth and I'm gonna use a quarter. I put a piece of masking tape just that I know what to start and when I finish. Put in the middle. And there you go. To stamp the eyes, I'm going to use a wooden dowel. Here I have 3 different sizes. The small one I use it for the small doll. The medium one over here, that's the one that I'm going to use on the medium doll. And this I use it for the large doll. So I'm going to use a fabric paint. This one is from Tulip Slick. So I'll shake it. Put a little bit on the plate, on the paper plate. Have a piece of paper towel on a piece of paper. I'm going to clean her face first. And I'm going to put the wooden dowel on the paint. Take some of the extras out. And stamp. You want to do the same thing with the other eye. Gonna put a little bit more over here. There you go. Now let's clean. And you take the extra paint from the eyes. Wipe it off on a paper towel. And keep it doing. And there it's done. Now we need to let it dry. before you do the mouth and the cheeks.